When it comes to the New York Knicks, everybody has an opinion in regards to how you can upgrade the team and how you can make the team better. And that goes for ESPN too. And according to one ESPN analyst, he actually thinks that the New York Knicks and the Golden State Warriors should make a shocking move that would send Klay Thompson to the Knicks in exchange for RJ Barrett. We're going to break down this wild report, let you know exactly who said this and why they believe this is a good move for the Golden State Warriors and the Knicks. All of this and so much more today. So be sure you're subscribed to the channel and have notifications turned on so you don't miss a second of the new content. And now, let's get started. ESPN analyst Kendrick Perkins wants the New York Knicks to trade RJ Barrett for Klay Thompson. I gotta say, guys, when I first heard this report, when I first saw the video of this with Kendrick Perkins actually saying that the New York Knicks should trade RJ Barrett, their ascending star, currently likely their best player on the Knicks right now to start the season, for Klay Thompson. Before I give you my full opinion on it, let me let you know what Kendrick Perkins said about RJ Barrett and why the New York Knicks should make this move. According to Perk, with the Dubs seemingly unwilling to give in to Klay's demands regarding contracts, the negotiations could protract through the entire season. Because of that, Perkins thinks the Warriors should consider moving on for their shooting guard with 3 Eastern Conference teams as potential shooters. One of those teams being the New York Knicks for RJ Barrett. This is what Perk says exactly. The 76ers, you look at Tobias Harris, he has an inspiring contract. They have some picks that they got for James Harden. It's not the sexiest thing, but when you look at the New York Knicks, you look at RJ Barrett. Would you consider doing that? When you're watching a guy like Klay Thompson, one of the best shooters to ever touch the damn basketball, that is in a slump that he's in, it's more than just shooting a basketball. He's mentally not there, and you can't blame him. This probably has to be, in my opinion, the worst Kendrick Perkins take I've ever heard him say about the New York Knicks. Now, Perk has actually been a big supporter of the Knicks and what they've been doing, what they've been building, and the seasons they've been having over the last few years. I have to give him credit for that. However, you think that the Knicks should trade RJ Barrett, their best player right now, the player that looks like he's turning the corner, ascending, that's 23 years old. You want the Knicks to trade that player for an aging player in Klay Thompson. Shout out to Klay for all the accolades that he's had, the great shooting he's done in his career, and also all the championships that he's won with Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Steve Kerr, and that entire group over there. I'm not trying to take away from anything that he's done or given the game of basketball since he's been playing it. But if you're telling me you want the Knicks to trade for this current version of Klay Thompson, this aging version of Klay Thompson, this former version of himself, Klay Thompson, that's not something that's going to work, and I think it's the worst move that is possible. I don't think I've heard a worse scenario pitched to me as a Knicks fan. Out of all the decisions, out of all the trades the New York Knicks could make, if the Knicks did this type of trade that Kendrick Perkins is stating here, it would be a franchise loss move. It would be one of the worst moves that the Knicks could make, because essentially you're trading a player that's ascending, turning the corner, looking like one of the best players on your team. Look at his shooting splits for the season. I think he's shooting near 50% from 3 for this season. This is what RJ Barrett is doing this year, and we have to give respect to how much his game has grown and how much he's gelling with this Knicks team, what he's been doing with this Knicks team when he's been healthy and playing for them on the floor. He has just been phenomenal. It wouldn't make any sense in the world for the Knicks to trade their ascending star in RJ for this version of Klay Thompson. Thompson over the last 6 games, 11 points per game, 30% from the floor, 28.2% from 3, and the Warriors are 0-6 in that span. You want me to trade RJ Barrett for that? I'm not trading RJ Barrett for Klay Thompson. Maybe if it was 5-6 years ago, Klay Thompson, sure. Maybe I'd think about it. But you want me to trade my ascending star for that version of Klay Thompson who can't hit the side of a backboard? Perk, this is the worst take you've had on the New York Knicks since you've started at ESPN. I think you need to take a long, hard look in the mirror and think to yourself, what was I thinking? Saying that I think I should take one of the Knicks' best players and trade him to Golden State. Another team with a player in Klay Thompson that is looking like one of the worst players on that team. You can make the argument that when he's on the floor for the Warriors, he makes them look worse. He's not even the same defender he used to be. So everything he used to give you, he's worse at. And you want the Knicks to trade for that. Get a player like that in Klay Thompson on this team. No, never. It doesn't make sense. The only way at this point in time you make a trade for RJ Barrett in the deal is if you're trading for a superstar championship caliber like player. If that player is on the table, then yeah, maybe you think about including RJ Barrett in that deal, and maybe the deal makes more sense. But if you're talking about RJ for Klay straight up, or RJ for Klay and a couple of first round picks from the Warriors, you're out of your mind. That trade makes no sense. I know Leon Rose wouldn't do the trade. Thank goodness for that. And I know any Knicks fan listening to this right now, you're probably leaving a comment right now saying Perk is out of his mind because it doesn't make sense. And you would be right. That's why I'm so heated and hot right now, because I get wanting to make the Knicks better, and I get everybody has an opinion. But make sure when you give your opinion, it at least makes sense for both parties. How does this move help the Knicks? How does this move make the Knicks better? Oh yeah, it doesn't. It makes Golden State way better. It takes away a problem from Golden State so they don't have to deal with the headache in Klay Thompson and his contract negotiations. And it gives them an ascending player in RJ Barrett. And we get a aging all-star, somebody who can't do anything like he used to. And we're a worse team because of it. Congratulations, Perk. You managed to give the trade that nobody was thinking of, that nobody wants to do, and a trade that legitimately makes one team better and one team absolutely, completely wrecked and worse. Horrible trade. Worst trade idea I've ever heard since he's been on ESPN, and that's my opinion on it. But what about you guys? Let me know in the comments. I'd be shocked if I didn't see most of you guys agree with me in my opinion here regarding this trade scenario with RJ Barrett and Klay Thompson. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys agree with Kendrick Perkins and you think that the Knicks should trade RJ Barrett for an aging Klay Thompson. Either way, leave a comment below and let me know, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below, and of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans. Peace.